Have you ever noticed how you can be feeling completely fine? You're calm, you're in control, and then you come into contact with someone, and within minutes, something in you shifts, something changes, and you're just like, what's happened? It's not like anything clear and obvious has happened. Nothing, there's no conflict. They didn't necessarily do anything wrong, but maybe something in you just goes, ugh, your energy drops. Or maybe you find yourself becoming more agitated and irritated for seemingly no reason. And maybe you just think, oh, that person is so difficult and frustrating. Or you might think, oh, I'm so sensitive, or something's happening to me. What's going on? It might be very confusing. What is actually happening is that there are two options to how we live life. One, you are either regulating yourself, or two, you are being regulated by someone else. And if you do not understand this and how to manage this, then it is going to drain you faster than anything else, faster than your to do list, faster than your deadlines, faster than stress. Because most of us think that stress comes from our workload, from the responsibility that we have to do everything, from our to do list, and the seeming lack of time that we have to get through that to do list. But there is another layer to the source of your stress. It is not just your environment that you are responding to, you are also responding to the people in that environment. But it's not just in the way that you think. You're not necessarily responding just to their behavior or to the things that they are doing. Your nervous system, clever as it is constantly scanning other people's tone, other people's tension, other people's emotional cues. And in response to that, your nervous system adjusts itself automatically according to what the people around you are expressing through their tone, through their tension, through what their nervous system is saying. So the reality is that you are never neutral in a room, even when you think you are. Even when you think, I've got this, there's nobody here that's impacting me. You are either regulating yourself and having to work at regulating yourself, or you are being dysregulated by someone else around you, or you are regulating the environment around you through your own regulation. And that is happening constantly. And I'm going to explain what I mean by this, because you might say, well, how can I regulate, dysregulate, be regulated, be dysregulated? When someone around you is stressed themselves, when they are reactive or anxious and they have this chaos going on in their nervous system, your system doesn't just say, oh, that's interesting, and move on. It doesn't just notice it, it mirrors it. Your nervous system mirrors the nervous system of those around you. And before you realize, boom, you are suddenly stressed, you are reactive, you are in the same nervous system response as that person is that you are reacting to or mirroring. And we can see this most clearly when our children are in a full meltdown. They are having a meltdown. We've walked into the room. We were kind of calm, neutral. Walk into the room. The child's having a meltdown. And suddenly you are the one who feels triggered. Why is this? Well, there's a whole lot of scientific research around how this happens. And I'm not going to go into that today because it's too much. But let's just say explain it by saying that the state of your nervous system mirrors the state of the person in the room with you, and vice versa, depending on the different states and capacity to stay in those states of each of you, of both of you. So the issue then lies in your capacity to hold or to manage your own state in response to that other person. If you don't have the capacity to hold your own state, you are going to absorb theirs. You're going to mirror theirs. And this is called co-dysregulation. This is absolutely exhausting because you find yourself in a stress response. You find yourself panicked or angry or irritated or scared or frustrated, and you don't even know why. And then, because we have to explain things to ourselves, we have to analyze what's going on, you then make it mean something about you, which it does not. It is purely that you are mirroring the person in front of you. And this is the problem, is that for us as driven, achievement-orientated women, this hits hard because you have been trained. Read the room, manage the room, make things smoother, keep everybody happy, keep things moving, keep everybody working together. And that is wonderful and it works really well until you get to the point where now you are dysregulated and you are losing, you are draining energy, you're being, your energy is being expended, feeling exhausted, unable to focus, scattered, flustered, because there is life, there is chaos, there are other people around you. So what does this mean for your day? You start the day absolutely fine. Maybe. Sometimes you don't, but say you start the day great. You get up, you've got energy, you're ready to go. Whew. But by the time you've got through the morning routine, by the time you have got everybody off to school, you've had that meeting, you've dealt with that situation, you've got everyone to get that deadline over the line, you are reactive, you are depleted, you no longer have the capacity not to snap or to give anyone the attention they are begging for. So at the end of the day, you have been regulating, perhaps holding yourself together. Oh, fireworks. You leave work and you walk into your house, and within 10 minutes, you are snapping at the people that you actually care about the most. And you don't know why. And that is because you've been taking on the mirroring the systems of those around you all day. So there is a way to get through this. I teach my clients in both my group coaching program, Resilient, and in my corporate program, Resilient Leadership, what I call my connection protocol. This is not just a coping tool. This is a leadership skill. When you can master this leadership skill, then you are no longer affected. You are no longer mirroring those around you, and you have the capacity to be the mirror that they can look into and mirror, a calm, peaceful, neutral mirror. So there are two parts to this particular skill. And the first part is the skill of self-regulation. So we talked about co-dysregulation, mirroring what's going on around us. Self-regulation is that ability to bring yourself back to neutral. So noticing, I'm dysregulated. Can I bring myself back to a place of regulation? This is not about just suppressing a feeling that you are experiencing, or we'll just push it out the way because it's not really, I don't really have time for this at the moment and I can't feel this and I'm just going to push it out the way. It's actually resetting your whole system so that no matter what everyone else is feeling around you, you are not caught up in that dysregulation. You actually have the capacity to choose how you feel so that you can then help others regulate. But if you cannot regulate yourself, then you are going to just be at the mercy of the dysregulation of your environment, at the mercy of the emotional state of the nervous system of those in your environment. And you will find your capacity being drained every minute of the day because you are so much mirroring uh, their nervous system. So, self-regulation. And then there is the other part to this skill, and this is the key in your role as a leader. This is vital, and this very important skill is called co-regulation. Instead of co-dysregulation, it is co-regulation. The best part about the skill is that if you can do number one, once you've got that down pat, you can regulate yourself, then this skill is going to happen naturally because those around you are going to start mirroring your regulation. So, can you stay steady? Can you stay calm when others around you are not? Can you regulate yourself? Because when you can do this, then your system starts to be the mirror that regulates the room. Your state starts to be the one that influences the state of those around you. That is leadership. Oh, a calm system, a regulated system, that kind of system stabilizes conversations. That kind of system takes a conversation from a reactive, unproductive, conflict-filled conversation to a clear, fruitful conversation. That kind of system just improves decision making tenfold. It improves confidence in decisions. It shifts the dynamic in decision making, whether that's in the boardroom, whether that's in your kitchen. When you are able to regulate yourself and then co-regulate those around you, suddenly you are able to set the tone for the room. Oof, I can impact the room. I can impact my environment. Being able to do this changes the environment around you so that instead of you being a product of your environment, it becomes something you have influence over without having to control all the elements. You don't have to control the people. You don't have to control what happens. If you want to lead so that others will follow you, if you want to create an environment that is peaceful, where things get done, where people feel seen, where people follow you and make things happen, build the incredible skills of regulation and co-regulation, and you will see how your world changes, how the boardroom changes, how your team changes, how your kitchen table changes, how your life changes.